Connections with BCD Travel helps customers navigate the ever-changing landscape of managed travel. This Connections Hot Take zeroes in on thought-provoking topics with our subject matter experts.
Hi, everyone. This is Miriam with the Connections by BCD Travel podcast, and you are listening to a Hot Take. Today, I've got Katie Scotti with us. She's from the BCD Marketplace team. That's actually the team that I work with. And welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
I've got just a few questions for you, Katie. I thought we could get to the bottom of understanding our APIs in just a few moments. So why don't you tell our listeners what an API is?
An API, first of all, stands for Application Programming Interface. And what that really means is it's a connection to be able to ingest data. It's a way to plug in to the data that we serve up and be able to consume that at your leisure. So it's on-demand data that's near real time.
And we have a few APIs in the marketplace that we talk about a lot. What kind of data is available in those APIs?
Yes, we have all of our very enriched data available. The primary APIs for our consumers are our itinerary API, which serves up what we call our booked data. In other words, a trip that has been reserved, possibly ticketed, modified, canceled, all of that available through the API, along with some additional remarks, essentially everything you can find in the itinerary. We also have our invoice API, which includes the itinerary information, which to clarify is the segments of the trip, maybe air, car, hotel, for example, and it has that deeper financial data available for the trip as well. So ticket cost, ticket number, ticket status, whether it's ticketed, exchanged, refunded, etc., and the full tax breakdown for all the taxes paid for that trip.
Okay, that's a great summary. And our consumers have access to all that data via the APIs. Many of our consumers are third-party companies that our clients like to work with. But there's a new segment emerging that is using our data APIs, and I'd love for you to tell us about them.
We are getting more and more demand from our clients to consume their data directly from our APIs. We have a lot of legacy data delivery methods that our clients are benefiting from today, including reports that they can run from our decision source platform. We have flat files that we can custom program and send to an SFTP server. And a lot of our clients are realizing the benefit of the API is that it's not limited to file size. It gives them control of what data they retrieve and how often, and they're converting from some of those legacy methods to the API integration.
So what are they doing with it?
Oh, that's the fun part. They are doing so many different things. I've spoken with so many of our clients about why they want to start consuming data from our APIs, and a lot of it goes beyond travel. So first example would be we've got internet security. Travelers are traveling around the world, and they may be getting a request for VPN access. So the IT security team is pinging our API to validate that that employee has actually traveled to the country from which they're requesting access.
Oh.
And if they see that the traveler is there, then they will grant it. Another example would be cell phone plans. I found that one to be interesting and surprising. So as anybody who is a regular traveler, especially an international traveler, knows, your cell phone plan needs to accommodate the countries and cities where you're traveling. Not everybody automatically has an international plan. So companies are checking our API again to see when somebody has booked a trip that's international and automatically modifying their mobile plan to accommodate for the trip needs without the traveler having to do anything or say anything, and it's all automated. And I'll give you another example. We have clients who do a significant amount of meeting travel and have boards within their meeting rooms that will display any flight delays or modifications for their travelers right there in the meeting room so that the travelers can see that in the meeting and adjust the meeting accordingly.
And these ideas are coming directly from the companies, and they've got requests internally, and they're coming to you for access to that data, and you're helping them figure it out.
That's right. So we often will engage with our primary contact within the client base, which is who we would refer to as the travel manager. And they're incorporating then their technical resources within their company. We even have some companies that have not yet defined all the ways in which they want to use our data. They simply want to ingest all of it and have multiple different technical teams within the client base benefit from having that data available. So once we get in touch with those technical resources, they're typically very excited to see that number one, API is actually an option. They don't often expect that from a travel management company. And then also, once they see the quality of data that we are able to provide to them, they find all kinds of ways in which they can benefit from it.
Thanks, Katie. I think that's great information. I know it's rapidly changing, and I hope we can have you back for an update soon.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening to this Connections Hot Take. Learn more about the information you heard today and what BCD Travel can do for you by visiting bcdtravel.com/podcast.